Well, we thought we would come down and check the tray. It's been 17 days since we planted the seeds. From January 28th and 29th is when we planted this whole flat. And we're around the 13th of February. So we just want to see what our progress is and what we need to be looking for. So I'm going to pull the tray out and move it up so we can get a better look. So just give me just a moment and we'll get this tray up top. Okay, there, that's a little better. All right, let's see what we have going on in the herb tray. Okay, we have spearmint, which is breaking through very good in most of the cells, which is great. And then we have the lemon balm, which I planted those on the 29th. And they seem to be doing very well. Very much so. Okay, let's go over here. So I'm very pleased with them so far. And then over here we have our lavender. Planted on the same English lavender. So we have none coming up in that cell. So we'll keep an eye on that one. But we do have one there. And all the rest of them. Now the second tray, which I did two packs of those. Every cell has something. And do you notice the starting to turn that light brown again, which that's fine. Now the rosemary. Rosemary takes a good long while. I have 3. 1, 2, 3. And in that one over there too. So I actually, this morning, I went ahead and gave them a little bit of water, and I actually put in a few more seeds to see, you know, it could just be, you know, the seeds aren't, you know, the greatest seeds. I don't know, but I know rosemary takes a long while, and it usually is 16 to 21 days for it to germinate. So we're at 17, so, and we're just now starting to see, you know, the rosemary. So maybe it'll come on and pop out like the rest of them. Now this is the thyme that I planted on the 28th. It is doing very well. But I want to look at my thyme and my it seems to be doing very well as far as germinating. And my oregano, which I planted them a day apart. This was done on the 29th. And this one was done on the 28th. How awesome is that looking? That is looking beautiful. So we'll come back to that in a minute. Now my peppermint is, we don't have anything there, but it could be early. It's slow like the rosemary, but once it gets going. But that one's got, I'm not sure what that is, because the rest are like this. I'm not sure. Guess we'll see. Interesting. And my chives are kind of slow. Now I know you noticed this green, this like algae looking kind of, that's normal. It's just part of the soil. It's not a fungi or nothing. But my chives, they're trying to break through. And if I have to add a few, there's one to get right bust through right there. So, and the peppermint is coming along. So now back to the oregano and the thyme. I did some research on starting seedlings. And they say that the seedlings can get, you know, a fungi on them. They get like a white dewy film on the plant. So and they say it really happens really with oregano and thyme, but it can get on your other plants too. So I just want to go really close into my oregano and see if I see anything like that. Any kind of powdery, cottony looking white. These look beautiful. Yeah, they look nice. How nice and bushy. And I'm really trying not to overwater them. So now let's take a look at the thyme. I'm not seeing anything unusual. Wait a minute. What is that? Let's take that one out for a closer look. I see white on this one. Oops. And it's a little dry. Now that may be what they're talking about. See that? See that white in the soil? So, we have a remedy for that. I did not see that on the other tray. But they do say thyme and oregano can get it. And I do believe that possibly could be what they're talking about in the soil. So this is what you do to get rid of and try and fix that. You need something that's anti-fungurial. And I kind of see that over here on my chives soil, right there. And there, and there. So we're going to eradicate this by using this little remedy called cinnamon. Cinnamon is antifungurial and it won't hurt your plants, but it will help the soil and it will help kill off any damp fungi that's trying to grow on your plants. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this lid off and we are just going to lightly, I'm going to do it on all of them. It's not going to hurt them. Nothing, you don't have to put a lot, just enough to kill, and that will take care of your fungi problem. And it's supposed to help. It won't hurt the plant, but it will kill any damp fungi going on. So as you water, you don't need a whole, they just said sprinkle. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'll give that one a shake. I think I split it. There we go. There. If you think you got it on there too much, you can just shake them so they can breathe. Okay, let's finish. All right, so we're just going to give a light shake. Wow, I've been watching the videos on seedlings, and I came across this one from the Rustic Garden from Gary. God bless you, Gary, for giving us this great information as far as it's called damp fungus that can get on your soil and on your plant. I will rub that in a minute. I just want to get a little bit on there. So he said they said cinnamon works really good against any kind of fungus. And cinnamon is antifungurial. And what a natural good remedy to use. And it doesn't hurt your plants. So as this gets watered, this should remedy the situation. So we are going to put some on the rosemary plants, even though they haven't come up yet. Maybe, who knows, maybe it'll give it a boost. It'll make it smell good down here. It smells good already. So this is a good tip. So if you're planting your seedlings in your trays and you notice that white film on your soil, and you may not notice it until you water it, because I didn't notice it until just now on the thyme. And so we appreciate Gary from the Rustic Garden, which I watch all your videos. You've helped me tremendously learn a lot on starting my seeds. So you should check out his channel, the Rustic Garden. So we are taking his tip today, and we are going to sprinkle down our seedlings. And we're going to just give them all a good good shake of some anti-fungurial good stuff. Okay, now we just want to take our fingers and just rub that in. Shake, give it a light shake so it can get to the bottom. Doesn't really need to be on top of the plant. We want it to get in there where it's supposed to. And any of them that you feel are loose. All right. Well, I just wanted to check the plants, see how they were doing. And I'm sure they're going to need water in a couple days. Going to let them go for a little bit. That'll be another thing. You'll have to be careful on how you look at your plants now with the cinnamon on top, to make sure they don't dry out too much and you not notice it. So maybe give yours a drink and then put your cinnamon on top. And then you'll be able to go a few days, and at least you'll know that they've all been watered. But they're looking very good. I'm very pleased with the way they're looking. And we're going to give them about maybe another week underneath the low lights, and then we'll probably move them up. Like to give the rosemary a little time. They'll have to stay down if we move them up, rosemary. So, okay. Well, we'll be back as soon as we see some germination going on in the area of the rosemary. Take care, and we'll see you on the next video.